All right, first and foremost, we want to give call Law Yahweh by Shemi Awashai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Nicole here with another edifying video. Just basically touching upon the folly that's going on in the NBA today. You know, those who know me, you know I love basketball. I love the NBA, but we got to deal with the folly in the NBA as well. And this week's folly is NBA Heat. Salakia, Miami Heat player Meyers Leonard. He gets suspended for using a so-called anti-Semitic slur. Right. So we're just gonna listen to what he said exactly.
Let's go, baby. Fucking cowards! Don't fucking snipe me, you fucking kike bitch! I just dropped that on my head. That didn't even go to fucking. Anyways.
All right. So this man just said kike bitch to whoever he was playing with, right? All right, so he used a so-called anti-Semitic slur. All right, so we're gonna go into the etymology of the word kike, right? It's a kike. It's the word kike out of the etymology online, and it's a noun. It's a derogatory slang for a Jew, right? Notice they put a Jew in parentheses, right? I mean in quotations, right? And it says by 1901, American English, early evidence supports the belief that it was first used at first by German American Jews in reference to newcomers from Eastern Europe, perhaps because of the names of the latter end in KI or KY, right? And it says there is no charity organization of any kind here, a small city in Pennsylvania, and what is sadder to relate, the Jews in this city will not form one. That is, if the present temper of the people can be used as criterion. The German Jews are bitterly opposed to the kikes, and that word is just so funny to me, as they persist in calling the Russian Jews. Report of the National Conference of Jewish Charities in the United States, Cleveland, 1912. Philip Cowan, first editor of the American Hebrew, suggests in Yiddish Keiko Circle. According to him, Jewish immigrants, ignorant of writing with the Latin alphabet, signed their entry forms with a circle, eschewing the customary X as a sign of Christianity. On this theory, Ellis Island immigration inspectors began calling such people kikos, and the term shortened as it passed on to general use, right? So this is the origin of the word kike, right? It just basically means that those on Ellis, the fake Jews, right? Because we know that those aren't the real Jews. The fake Jews, that when they got on Ellis Island, in order and just to show that they weren't Christians, they would all put circles, right? So and then they started calling them kaikel, which basically means circle, right? So that's all it means, the circle people. But this man said the word kike, and he's getting suspended for a week. So I want to go into another etymology of a word. Hold on, give me a second, Salakia. Let's go into see what because his teammates had things to say about him, right? This is out of an article on Yahoo. It says Heat coach veterans denounce Meyers Leonard's anti-Semitic, right? Pay attention to this word, anti-Semitic slur. We cannot tolerate that here, right? So it says Meyers Leonard is away from the Miami Heat indefinitely after yelling an anti-Semitic slur during a video game stream, and that left his coach and teammates handling the matter Wednesday, right? Heat coach Eric Spoelstra and Heat veterans Udonis Haslem and Andre Iguodala all denounced Leonard's slurs, saying such language is not welcome in their organization. They were already Leonard was already out for the season with a shoulder injury, and it's unclear when he will return to the locker room. Right? We just got a I just got a what's it called? I just got a notification saying that he was suspended for a week. Right? So let's just find that real quick. Right? It says that Miami Heat's Meyers Leonard fined $50,000 and suspended for a week using an anti-Semitic slur. So this man literally lost only $50,000, which is nothing but a fart in the wind to him, right? And he was suspended for a week, right? This man was suspended for just a week, man. Right, and he has to participate in a cultural diversity program. So basically, he's about to start his tour, his apology tour, so to speak. Right. So I want to go into some of the things. I really don't care about what this Edomite Eric Spoelstra has to say, but I want to go into what these two have to say. Andre Iguodala and Udonis Haslem. Let's go in and see what they got to say. Right. It says Haslem, the oldest player in the NBA, cited his Jewish friends in his apology, saying he has spoken with them about the incident. Right? It says it's unfortunate. Obviously, with social media nowadays, things spread like wildfire. It's unfortunate. We cannot tolerate that here. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Since I've been here in this organization until the day I leave this organization and beyond, we're going to try to be on the right side of everything, especially issues like this, right? Especially issues like this. From the bottom of my heart and this organization, we apologize. That won't be tolerated here. We're going to be on the right side of these things moving forward. I felt it. I have a lot of Jewish friends. They call me Udonis Haslemberg sometimes. So I felt it. Salakia, I reached out to a couple of them after that happened just to see how they were feeling and to make sure they were okay. And just let them know we don't condone that and we won't be tolerated here. And they can continue to be confident in those type of things. Salakia, that they can continue to be confident that those type of things don't happen around here in this locker room. When asked if Leonard ever used such language around him, Haslam said no. I mean, of course he didn't say no. He didn't even call them kikes around him in the beginning, right? He said it on the video game, right? But let's see what Andre Iguodala has to say. It says, I think people have to be held accountable for their actions. Remember this right here. They have to be accountable for their actions. Same thing in this scenario. Got to be held accountable. Got to really understand your own actions. You got to man up and realize this is not right, and it's up to him to right his wrong. But it's all up to you. Not even up to all of us, right? Not even up to all of us to right this wrong, but to hold him accountable. I don't think it's up to us to figure that out. It's up to him to try to right this wrong and figure it out himself. He put a lot of work in to become a professional basketball player, so he has it in him to put that work in and educate himself. Right? So, we understand that we are Hebrew Israelites, right? And we understand that the minority, the so-called minority, is actually the majority, and the so-called majority is actually the minority, meaning that there are more Hebrew Israelites, more blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, more Bebe's kids, right, the seed of Jacob, than there is so-called white people, right? We have more babies than them, right? We're like the scriptures say that we're as the sand of the sea. So we know that in the NBA that it's particularly dominated by the tribe of Judah, right? So we're gonna go into some scriptures now, man. Let's just jump right into it, man. Let's go to Isaiah Isaiah 5 and 13, real quick, man. And it says, therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. All of their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. They have no knowledge, they have no wisdom, they have no understanding on who they are as a people, right? And even when you tell them, they still don't want to accept that, right? Because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, more and more of our people are waking up every day, right? And you got people that still reject this truth, even when they hear it, even when they get the impenetrable proof, right, to show that they are the people of this book. They still don't want it, right? So let's go to Hosea 4 and 6, man. Let's just drive that point home real quick. And it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will reject thee. Right? That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of God, I will also forget thy children. Right? So because people like Udonis Haslam, right, Andre Iguodala, and basically everybody else in the NBA, man, that come from the tribe of Judah or the various 12 tribes, man, they're not trying to seek the true knowledge, man. You got Udonis Haslam over here talking about he has Jewish friends that he called them to see if they were okay, right? Well, I mean, what does the Lord say about the Jewish man? Right? What does the Lord say about the Jewish man? The Lord hates the Jewish man, right? And we're going to prove that, man. Let's go to Numbers chapter 24 and 18, right? And it says, Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, talking about Christ, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Right? So is that anti-Semitic, man? Right? You dumbass Jews and you dumbass Israelites too, man. Right? The ones that believe that, oh, that's anti-Semitic, man. I got these Jewish friends, man. Right? Everybody has to be held accountable. Well, the Lord is holding this so-called white man accountable, man. Right? He's going to hold the so-called white man accountable, right, for everything that he's done to us, man, for the rape, robbery, and murder of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man. Right? But I want to go quickly into the word Semitic real quick, man, because this word Semitic, it just seems to be thrown around a lot, you know, and nobody seems to understand the origin of it, right? So this is anti-Semitism, right? It says in 1881 from German anti-Semitism, first used by Wilhelm Marr, right? A German radical nationalist and race agitator, right? So this guy was a straight up racist, man. He's basically the one that made this turn, right? So let's go into the word Semite, right? In 1847, right? A Jew, an Arab, an Assyrian, or Armenian are apparently isolated from the use of the... That don't even matter. Okay, back formation from Semitic or else from French Semite, from modern Latin Semitia, from late Latin Shem, right? Shem, that's the word, man. One of the three sons of Noah, right? Regarded as the ancestor of the Semites in an old Bible-based anthropology. Right? They throw this in here to make it seem like it doesn't really matter anymore. Right? From Hebrew Shem. Right? So I have a, you know me, man. I got a family tree up here, man. I like to go into the depth of what's going on. Right? So let's go into this, man. This is the genealogy, the family tree of the patriarch Shem, man. The reason why we're all here today, right? He had a son named Elam, Ashur, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram, right? And he gave birth to a man named Shelah, and then Eber, right? Eber. And then all the way down to Abraham, right? And Abraham had a son, Ishmael, right? And Isaac, right? Isaac had a son named Esau, and Jacob, right? You also got Lot right here, his nephew. Had two sons, Moab and Ben-Ami, right? So you can clearly see right here that there are several nations here, man. The Elamites, the so-called East Indian man. You got Ishmael, the so-called Arab man. You got Esau, the so-called white man. You got Jacob, the Israelites. Moab, the so-called Chinese man. Ben-Ami, right? The so-called Japanese man, right? And Eber, man, that's the father of us all, man. That's our father right there, man. He's the father of, he's basically the forefather of Abraham, man. Right? So I'm trying to understand, how can Meyers Leonard, right? Meyers Leonard is a so-called white man, right? He's a so-called white man. So he would be he would be a Shemite, right? Him calling that man a kike, or whoever he was calling a kike, man, is a so-called Shemite as well. The man who he did the video with is a Shemite. Andre Iguodala is a Shemite. Udonis Haslam is a Shemite. Eric Spoelstra is a Shemite. Adam Silver is a Shemite, right? Anybody that descends from Shem, that comes from this line, man, they are Shemites, man. They descend from Shem, so they are Shem, man. So anti-Semitism is not exclusive to the so-called Jewish man, right? That's foolishness. That's ignorant to think, and honestly, it's just straight up stupid to even just go even use that for one person, man. Right? But we're gonna go to damn, man, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy, man. I really want to go in on Judah, man. I want to go in on Judah. I love Judah. I'm from the tribe of Judah, but we about to go clean in on Judah right now, man. This is Genesis 49 and 8. And it says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, right? Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, man. We are literally living amongst our enemies, man. And it says that, it specifically says that our hand shall be in their necks. Meaning that we gonna be able to, that we're so close to them that we could kill them, man. Right? But instead, we got niggas like Udonis Haslam that has a lot of Jewish friends, man. Right? They're so friendly and comfortable with him that they call him Udonis Haslamberg, man. Right? This is straight madness, man. Like I'm like, when I hear stories like this, I'm really, really tired of living in Babylon, man. I'm really, really tired of being in captivity, man. Right? Because you got coon ass niggas like Udonis Haslam and damn Andre Iguodala, man, and anybody else that agrees with this madness, man. Right? Why, if they're your friends, man, why aren't they telling you that you're the real Jew, man? Why aren't they telling you that you're the real Jew, man? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. Right? For some man is a friend only for some man is a friend for his own occasion, and they will not abide in the day of trouble. Right? And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Right? But in thy prosperity he will be as thyself, and will bold over thy servants. Right? So the so-called white man, especially the so-called Amalekite, man, because that's really their true biblical nationality, man. That's really what they are, man. They come from Amalek, right? They're not your friends, man. Right? All they're only they only mess with you because you are in the NBA, man. Because you're making millions of dollars, man. Because you're on a level of a celebrity. That's the only reason why they messing with you, man. For free damn sideline tickets, man, and if you make it to the playoffs, man, playoff tickets as well for them and their family, man. Right? Because you live in their communities. That's the only reason why they are your friend, man. Right? But our people are so stupid and our people are so destroyed for a lack of knowledge that they don't see that. Right? They don't see things like that, man. Right? And we gonna stay in the book of SICARRI for a second, man. All right? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. And it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, man. Right? So even though they go as your friends, man, you still need to understand that they're still the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. That they're still the wicked and they're still going into slavery, man. That the Lord still hates them, man. Right? They're inherently wicked, man. Right? You call them your friends, you trust them, you hang out with them and all of that, but they don't even love you enough to tell you that you are the real Jew, man. And that's madness, man. That's mad. That's utter madness, man. But let's get back on Judah, though. This is Genesis 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. Right? So we're young. So Judah is supposed to be a young lion, man. A young lion is filled with energy, is filled with life, is vibrant. Man, he's strong, you know. But it says that he's gone up from the prey, man. Right? He sees his friends. He sees his prey as his friends now, man. Right? Can you imagine seeing a damn a lion with a lamb, man? Can you imagine that, man? And there are YouTube videos like that, and that's Judah, right? Just weak as hell, man. Soft as hell, right? And I'm from the tribe of Judah, but you know, sometimes you got to get down on your own tribe, man. Right? It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up, man? Right? Our people our people, most specifically the tribe of Judah, are in a docile state right now. They're comfortable with the crumbs from the master's plate, man. You know? How much is Adam Silver making? How much are the powers that be in the NBA making over an average player, man? Right? The one that's going out there and putting his body on the line every single night, man. Right? But you guys are upset because an Edomite did what an Edomite is supposed to do, man. Right? Because he used a so-called anti-Semitic slur. Now you guys just can't deal with him right now, man. You guys are damn destroyed, man. All of y'all, man. And what's crazy is it's people in the NBA that actually know that they're Israelites. There's a lot of people in the NBA that know that they're Israelites. But because of that check, because of that money, because of those endorsements, because of that fame, right? They just put that in the back of their minds. Right? But the Lord won't forget that, man. The Lord will never forget that. Right? Let's go into Psalms real quick, man. Right? Judah is a damn embarrassment, man. Psalms chapter 94:16. Right? And it says, who will rise up against me? So like, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Right? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? right? Who's gonna stand for the Lord, man? Who's gonna come out and say that we are the real Jews, man? Who's gonna come out and say that the white man is the goddamn devil, man? Right? This man, Andre Iguodala said that people have to be held accountable, man. He said people have to be held accountable for their actions, man. So who's gonna call these devils out, man? Or are you guys gonna continue to coon and shuck and jive for the so-called white man for that check, man? Who's gonna rise up against who's gonna rise up for the Lord, man? Who's gonna stand up for the Lord, man? Revelation chapter 13 and 9, man. Because even though, you know, these people are content, you know, and conform to the image of the beast, you know, conform to the image of white supremacy, the Lord hasn't forgotten, man. The Lord is going to hold them accountable, man. Right? That's why the Lord has set up men on the corners, man, on the streets, on the highways and byways, all throughout America, man, to preach this word, man, to stand stiffly for the name of the Most High God, Yahweh, man, in the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. But I read Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are the saints? Right? What the Bible tells you in Psalms, right? That the Israelites are the saints, man. You know? So we are patiently waiting for these devils to go into captivity, man. Right? To get murdered with the sword, man. Right? Revelation 2 and 9. Right? And it says, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Right? So if anything, man, if we're throwing around this anti-Semitism, right, Yahweh Shai is anti-Semitic then. Right? Because Yahweh Shai calls you fake-ass Jews the synagogue of Satan, man. You guys are the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Adam Silver, right? Eric Spoelstra, even Meyers Leonard, man. That devil, man. Right? Because his own mouth deceived him, man. His own mouth got him into trouble, man. Right? But, you know, because he's Meyers Leonard, because he's an Edomite, he only got $50,000 and a week off, man. And it even said that he had a shoulder injury, so he was even out for the season, man. The white man is the devil, man. The white man doesn't give a damn about a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American man unless he's dribbling a ball or damn dropping a bar, man. You know, but, you know, honestly, this whole video, this whole entire situation is kind of pissing me off. You know, but I you know, the spirit hopped on me. I had to speak about it. I had to do a video about it. I hope you were edified. Yahweh Shumi, I was shot Barak a thumb to the Akiam wa Akwatium. You know, I hope you were edified. And Shalom.